Welcome to Fruit Snacks, a weekday podcast that covers big ideas about the Christian worldview in a bite-sized format. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Fruit Snacks. Today we're going to continue our discussion of this idea that if you were born in a certain place and time, that you would basically inevitably believe certain things, or that you would be a certain way or belong to a certain group or religion. If you were born in India, does that necessarily mean that you would be worshiping Vishnu? If you were born in Yemen, would you be worshiping Allah? Are these things true, or is this just a rhetorical jab that gets thrown at Christians as a way of trying to undermine our confidence in our own faith? So as we talked on Monday's episode, that it is absolutely not the case, and it's demonstrably not the case, that just because you're born in a certain place, that it guarantees that you're going to believe a certain thing. After all, we see people of all beliefs and religions living in all parts of the world who have come to those beliefs not because of where they live, but because they happen to be convinced by the truth claims of that particular religion. And so it's demonstrably not true, but what if it were? Would that hurt our ability as Christians to defend against it? I really don't think so. I think that this kind of idea is still very, very problematic because, as I've talked about a few times before, it is a textbook example of a logical fallacy. That is an error in clear, good thinking known as the genetic fallacy. Now, in a nutshell, the genetic fallacy is really just dismissing a claim because of where it comes from. And it is a fallacy or an error in thinking because if we consider for a moment that where a claim comes from has really nothing whatsoever to do with whether or not that claim is true. So let me give you a few examples to help illustrate this point. If we were to take someone almost universally recognized as a good person by the world, Mother Teresa. If Mother Teresa, when she had been alive, had said that the sky is green, the fact that Mother Teresa said it has nothing whatsoever to do with the fact that the sky is green is a false statement. It's just not true. And so where this concept comes from, where this claim comes from, doesn't make it more true or less true. In fact, it has nothing whatsoever to do with whether it's true. Similarly, if someone like Adolf Hitler had said that 2 + 2 = 4, that statement is not any less true because of who said it. Even though no one likes who said it, the statement, the claim that is being made, the truth of it rather, has nothing to do with its source. And so good and bad sources may make correspondingly false and true claims, and it's the claim itself that needs to be tested. And to write something off as able to be dismissed simply because of where it comes from, because of its source, is just a classic blunder in thinking. Even if I am only a Christian because I was born in the United States in the time in which I was born, that doesn't make Christianity false. In fact, where I was born and why I am a Christian really has nothing to do whatsoever with whether or not Christianity is true, whether the claims about Jesus and his death and his burial and resurrection and the gospel message are true. They could well be true even if I only believe them because of where I was born and when I was born there. Likewise, even if I had come to believe something because of the historical circumstances of my birth, the thing that I believe might well be false. So we see that these two things really aren't related at all. and yet they're positioned in this statement as if somehow they are, when they're really not. So next time, I want to give us more of a biblical perspective on this idea at the heart of this genetic fallacy, this sort of assumed premise that the circumstances of our births, where and when we're born, are just accidents. They're just random chance. Is that really a concept that the Bible would support, or is there something more? Well, we're going to take a look at that on Friday's episode. So I hope that you'll join me then for another episode of Fruit Snacks.